Good afternoon and a very happy Valentine's Day from Billy's Travels. I promised my good lady a treat and she's had a treat, all 468 kilometres of it. I know how to treat my wife. So we left Cambrils this morning, and as soon as we got onto the bit of a motorway there was an accident. So we're stuck in that for 3/4 of an hour. Then we went to get some gas, and where we filled up last time didn't have any gas, so we tried the Repsol, only for it not to work again this time. So then I said, right, we might as well get going, because I didn't want to be here too late past roosting time. Of course, we've come from Cambrils past a place called Leader on towards Zaragoza, and past Zaragoza to Logroño, which is where we are now. It's not very often that we use these free airs, but we're using one tonight, as we did on the way down. Of course, we're heading up towards Santander for the ferry at the weekend, on Wednesday of next week. See if we can do the old turny roundy trick, eh? Look at that, eh? Right, this is on search for sites. There's two. This is, by all accounts, an unofficial. The official one, if I turn you around slowly, is back along that road there to the next roundabout where the sports stadium is, on the football ground. It's in the corner, that's the official one, but it's right on the roundabout and it's quite noisy. So there is a service bay there, so people tend to use this one. There was nobody up there when we went and had a look. Safety numbers and all that. I've read reviews and nobody's moved anybody on from here in the past, not that the reviews show. We're not sure, of course. Of course, with it being an airs, there's no camping as such. You're not supposed to get your chairs out and all that sort of malarkey. There's probably 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 motorhomes, and then we're not even at roosting time just yet. So yeah, it looks a nice spot. It's a lot quieter here than it is at the other one on the roundabout, and I think it's only a 10-minute walk into the town. Not that we're going anywhere this evening. Of course, I didn't have a very good night's sleep last night, and I was up early getting things sorted. Another one's arrived. Getting things sorted, and it's always a stressful day when you're driving about anyway, concentrating, especially on the wrong side of the road to boot. So yeah, good run. The van's, well, the light came on after about 5 minutes, but it's just behaved itself all the way here. I've used about 3/4 of a tank of diesel. I've got about 70 miles. There's a Repsol about 3.5 kilometres here, so we might have a look for that in the morning. Might let the rush hour go, leave about 10, and fill up with diesel and gas. I've still got one full gas bottle, so that'll see you through tonight. It's been quite warm overnight. It's been about 12, 14 degrees on a night, so it's been pretty good. And during the day, yesterday it reached 19 degrees yesterday afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon. I spoke to the couple down there in their van and asked if they'd stayed here before, and it's their first time as well. So yeah, everybody's in the same boat, so we'll see how we go. There's our Billy, of course. I say onward in the morning. We've got about 200k to go to Santander. We're just on the north side of Santander, a site up there, and obviously I'll be doing a review. I went to pay my bill yesterday, and the deposit for the site was carried over from last year when we didn't get there. Then I had to pay another something like 340 euros on top of that. Then I got an email saying it was another 70 odd euros for the extra 2 nights, because we stayed 12 nights instead of the 10, beg your pardon. We stayed 12 nights instead of 10, because of course we should have been going down to Barcelona. So I went to hand my card in, get the deposit back for that, stood there with my card, and she said, we owe you 63 euros. And I expected to pay another 78. So, and she printed out the bill, and they actually owed me 131 euros in all. And of course she took the last 2 nights off. Now, whether it's because we stopped an extra night or so and we got the cheaper rate, I don't know. I don't know how it worked out. And to be honest, I don't care. I'll have a drink on them. It's as simple as that. So that was a little bit of good news from yesterday when I went to pay my bills. So it paid for pardon me, that excited. It paid for Kaylee's octopus. What's up with me today? It's all the hassle of driving, I'll tell you. Right, so I'll bid you farewell, and of course we'll do an update tomorrow when we get to our next port of call, and a rummage around the site. And I think we're there for 4 nights. We leave there on Wednesday morning, and then you can park your motorhome up at the ferry from 9:30 in the morning at Santander. So we'll do that, park the motor up there about lunchtime, have a wander into town, and then come back ready for the ferry, which departs on Wednesday evening. Sad really, the end of the trip, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Of course we will do a review of all of it, and a few other bits and pieces to go with it. But yes, it's been good. It's been a toe in the water was the idea of this year. Of course, we did a trip through Spain many years ago and back through France, and of course we was in France earlier last year, beg your pardon. And yeah, it's been good. Yeah, really has. We've learnt a few things with do's and don'ts and all sorts. But like I said, I'll do a bit of a review once we get settled, possibly when we get settled back home. I'll do a review of it all. But yeah, get back home and get things sorted, and I've got a lot to sort out basically at home with the car, and one thing and the car wants a cam belt, and the goings on at the house, and then Billy needs sorting as well. And one thing I have missed, and I've said it time and time again, I've missed a little Honda Grom. I really have. I'm quite looking forward to getting back on the Grom, and so that's another thing. All hands to the pump back end of the year and see if I can get another Grom or a twist and go or something else, so we can both have a ramble about on them next year. I was talking to a couple next to us at the last site about Morocco. I'm not sure about Morocco, but the thing to do, we might try a couple of weeks if I can persuade my good lady. Morocco could be a thing in the future, it really could, if you want to spend more than your 90 days, because you can spend 3 months in Morocco if it's suitable. That's the big key. But more about that in later blogs and things like that when we decide, and if we decide to do that sort of thing. So right, we'll bid you farewell for now, and we'll do a report once we get up to the site tomorrow. Bye for now. Good evening again from Billy's Travels. Bit of a day today, really. I read the reviews of the last place, and pardon the jungle music. I read the reviews of the last place, and what it says was, if you parked long ways in the bays, the police come and shift you. And of course, Billy was parked long ways in the bay. So therefore we went to the proper airs, which was at the end of the other car park, and it was a bit noisy there with the traffic. So we come to this one, which is something like 3.2k away. Again, search for sights and airs through a little village, and we get here and there's all sorts of jungle music going on and football. But we're hoping by the time it gets dark, but I've just noticed there's floodlights as well. But we're here now and that's it. Surely it can't continue all night, I don't know. But there we go, that's just an update. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye now.